Hello everyone, in this video I will be discussing how we can become rich with Mina coin and which strategies can be effective. So let's get started. First of all, we are all here for big returns and shape our investments accordingly. But why aren't we as rich as we want to be? I would like to answer this as follows. If you wanna make money from this market, we have to think long term. Short-term thinking can save the day, the month, or even the year, but long-term investment can make you a millionaire. When collecting coins in the long term, we must definitely use the power of compounding. I would like to talk about what compounding is first. Compounding is the first merging of small investments over a long period of the time into a large investment. So, thinking long-term instead of short-term when making investments is often the best option. We can think about this in terms of Mina coin or other coins. But there is also a saying, when you make a plan, God laughs. We should always take into account the possibility that our plans will not work out, and for this reason, we must always leave a safety margin when investing. I will explain this term later. Planning is a must for any investment. Determining where to buy, where to sell is the foundation of the investing. But a smart investor should also plan for their plan not going as expected. A safety margin is a margin left below the main goal when forming an investment plan. For instance, let's say you bought Mina at $0.50 and you said, if I sell it at $10, I will get an amazing return, but if I sell it at $5, that would still be good. In this example, $10 is your main goal and $5 is your safety margin. This investment strategy also teaches us not to be greedy and always consider the worst case scenario. The reaching of your investment goal can be delayed due to any negative factors or crisis. No one could predict the coronavirus pandemic or the collapse of Bitcoin. These are risks that we may face at all times in the long term. Of course, we can achieve higher returns in the long term, but many crises will arise before we reach that goal. If we look at the history of the American economy, in the past 170 years, the gross domestic product has steadily increased. The big picture shows that. But would you like to know what happened during those years? 1.3 million Americans died while fighting 9 major wars. Roughly 99.9% of all companies that were created went out of business. 4 US presidents were assassinated. 675,000 Americans died in a single year from a flu pandemic. 30 separate natural disasters killed at least 400 Americans each. 33 recessions lasted a cumulative 48 years. The number of forecasters who predicted any of those recessions rounds to 0. The stock market fell more than 10% from recent high at least 102 times. Stocks lost a third of their value at least 12 times. Annual inflation exceeded 7% in 20 separate years. The world's economic pessimism appeared in newspaper at least 29,000 times according to Google. That's why investing, as we call it, is a skill of planning and thinking long term, even with every crisis in mind. Of course, this is not valid for every coin or stock. The only reason I mentioned Mina coin is that currently in the market there are very few ZK coins, and Mina has a leading role in the technology of zero-knowledge proofs, which we can see as the biggest technology after the blockchain. It's an early project that supports this technology and encourages people to contribute. So, Mina is my favorite coin. Of course, you can apply this strategy to any of your investments. The adaptation of zero-knowledge technologies is accelerating, and we can expect to see growth in the market as money dominates over only those with good strategies. Investing in a coin with an unformed ecosystem now is a wise decision, as it will be too late once the ecosystem takes shape. The Mina Protocol uses zero-knowledge technologies actively and has a fixed blockchain size of 22 KB. Snarky.js was developed to simplify contributions to zero-knowledge files, and Kimchi proof system improvements allowing developers to easily create ZK apps and form the Mina ecosystem. If we see the ZK apps functional on Mina, the market will reward us with a green candle. Most people see crypto exchanges as gambling and expect their investment to mature and make them rich immediately. And there are some with luck factors who can become millionaires even without financial literacy. But in the long run, that millionaire will still be poor. Everything starts now. The important thing is to remain wealthy and protected after you have earned that money. Isn't it this strategy quite simple? Yes, definitely simple, but with a more difficult implementation. Personally, I'm considering such an investment strategy. By buying Mina coins as it decreases, I will average it down and increase the number of items, define the main goal and leave a security margin or safety margin, sell a large portion of my Minas from the safety margin. The rest will be sold depending on the market condition. Not getting into the psychology of constantly rising, we'll be the leader in the implementing our plans. We will also earn a large return on the safety margin by thinking of the worst case scenario. Cash is king in bear market. Holding cash allows you to take advantage of opportunities to buy low when other investors are selling in panic. Our next strategy will be exactly this. I want to end the video with a quote. There are books on economic cycles, trading strategies, and sector bets, but the most powerful and important book should be called Shut Up and Wait. It's just one page with a long-term chart of economic growth. If you want more videos like this, definitely don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel. Also, your comments on the video quite important to me. So do not forget to comment. Stay healthy and stay with Mina. See you in the next video.